Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Tuelevu, for the question. It goes without saying, Honourable Speaker, that the BPO industry, as we call it commonly, has undergone some significant growth over the years. It is fast emerging as one of the most dynamic and rapidly expanding sectors in the national economy. In terms of, and it's just for the information of the House and those that are listening in, when we talk about BPOs, that is the traditional form of support centers, and generally those involve just fielding calls. Nowadays, there are things that are called knowledge process outsourcing centers, information technology outsourcing, ITOs, and shared services as well, Honourable Speaker. And ultimately, from the government's perspective, we intend to transition to more of the KPO, CIO shared services areas, because these are the areas, Honourable Speaker, where they are well paid, and also are areas that may not come under threat once AI starts to get hold of the industry. As we know, we now have robots that are answering calls around the world now. Honourable Speaker, just in a bit of context, the recent BPO market growth report states that in 2024, the outsourcing market was around 388 billion US dollars, and is projected to reach 680 billion by 2033, which means that it will be growing at a compound rate of 6.4% from now till 2023. So I guess, Honourable Speaker, what Fiji has done in trying to diversify its economy sits well within global trends, and that is why in the National Digital Strategy, there were some very ambitious targets in there, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I am pleased to report that the BPO, KPO industry continues to grow. From when we took office up till as I speak, there's been 5 new centers already established in Fiji. The most recent is called Apex, and you'll see it on the main road in Matinta when you pass Hungry Jack's on your right. Honourable Speaker, our closer neighbours, Australia and New Zealand, are starting to understand that there is a very good offering for services, particularly outsourced services, developing in our country. Honourable Speaker, I'm told that from those 5 operations, they'll be generating now up to 380 jobs, and potentially rapidly growing from there. One of the interesting stories about the BPO sector is a company called Pacific Centrecom, and Honourable Koya will know this company well. You will notice, Honourable Speaker, that they have started opening offices in Lautoka, in Nandi, Nahua, plans to expand to Rakiraki, Ba, and even Sausau, now that the fibre has now been laid into Sausau. And what Centrecom is doing is actually taking the BPO services closer to where the sources of employment are. And so, Honourable Speaker, what that means is, like the need or the thinking around developing outsourcing centers simply in the urban areas is no longer the case, and we have, in this case, one of the largest BPOs actually in Fiji, moving into some of the areas such as Ba, Ragraki and Sabsabu, which is quite exciting, Honorable Speaker. In terms, there's also two other companies, Mobile Outsourcing and Pepper Advantage. They also are starting to ramp up as well. Honorable Speaker, in terms of the recent developments, we are seeing more and more of an interest in this sector, which augurs well for where we'd like to head. According to the statistics in 2024, last year, the outsourcing sector contributed up to 160 million Australian to the Fijian economy. So we are closing in on significant numbers. This year, it's expected to grow to 200 million and potentially reach 300 million in the next 24 months, Honorable Speaker. In terms of employment, we are now sitting at 8,000 jobs and climbing. So the industry, Honorable Speaker, has a very exciting future. And of course, it's important that we continue to support it. The government of the day continues to support the industry. In terms of current levels of support, Honorable Speaker, from the previous government, there were very good concessions put in place, tax concessions, with tax-free holidays for investment in ICT infrastructure. So that's been going well. And now that one of the things that was of concern with the industry, when certainly before we came into office, was the fact that there was only one subsea cable connecting Fiji to the rest of the world, which was the Southern Cross cable. And Honorable Speaker, as this House is aware, because of the Google investment, it will totally transform Fiji as the destination in terms of this industry. Of course, there's Starlink as well that is now adding further redundancy, Honorable Speaker, to this industry. And so we are very hopeful and optimistic in terms of the trajectory of where we headed in terms of the industry. Last year, we supported the outsourcing sector with funding of about 1.5 million, apart from the tax incentives. Certainly the sector is very well positioned. One of the things too that's probably creating more momentum now, Honorable Speaker, is the fact that Fiji is now showcasing itself in other countries around the world. So, for example, Honorable Speaker, this year, in October last year, the Outsource Fiji, which is the primary body for the outsourcing industry, attended the Future Contact Center Expo in New Zealand, which is a premier event for the region's outsourcing, and was a key platform to actually showcase Fiji's capabilities. I'm told that one of the 5 companies that is now on the ground here came out of that conference. But from that, Honorable Speaker, we are finding that the outsource sector is, when it comes to for our young and particularly our youth that are probably not sure about what they want to do when they finish high school, this sector actually provides some wonderful training for them. And so, you go and get trained and exposed to international standards, whether it's phone calls or processing or whatever you do, and you're actually dealing with international companies. So in essence, you're actually working in an offshore, but based in Fiji. And so, Honorable Speaker, one of the things that we are planning to do is create more awareness. It's a wonderful pathway for young men and women, particularly when they school leave at years 12 or 13, and not sure if they want to get to university, Honorable Speaker. Finally, Honorable Speaker, we recently appointed the new Executive Director for Outsource Fiji, Mr. Josepha Wibo, who is also very experienced in terms of BPOs. We are fortunate to have him on board, and we are looking forward to continue to support this industry. I'd say that when it comes to economic diversification, the outsourcing sector will, in the next few years, be quite a significant contributor in terms of our push to diversify the Fijian economy. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
You